Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Fans of the horror genre remember their guttural reaction to The Strangers in 2008. Now we're getting a new trilogy of films in this world. The Strangers Chapter 1 is in theaters and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. The first film was a visceral home invasion terror fest, and now The Strangers Chapter 1 is hoping to follow that same blueprint while kind of moving in a new direction. It's somewhere in Oregon with Madelaine Petsch and Froy Gutierrez playing Maya and Ryan, who are celebrating their 5-year anniversary. They stop in a quaint town for some food, only to come out and find that their car is now dead outside the restaurant. They're able to hitch a ride and spend the night in a cute Airbnb out in the woods. Everyone in this town, though, feels shady, like they're in on some disturbing secret. It's not long into the night when a mysterious trio of masked strangers come knocking on the door and make their way into the house, terrorizing Maya and Ryan. Alan R. Cohen and Alan Friedland wrote the screenplay based off the original film. Now, as you can tell, Chapter 1 essentially takes that same concept of the original film while trying to make it its own version of the home invasion, broadening out who this couple is, and then kind of takes some of the action outside of the house. It does seem like Chapters 2 and 3 will actually take this franchise in a brand new direction that we haven't seen before. But therein lies the issue with this first film. People going into Chapter 1 will most likely have seen the original film and will no doubt make comparisons. You don't need to take 90 minutes and rehash the same concept. This whole chapter, I think, could have been cut down to flashbacks to then be used in Chapters 2 and 3 and gotten the same point across. Much of Chapter 1 just feels kind of forced and unnecessary. There's this whole bit about Ryan leaving his inhaler in the old car, which then forces him to leave Maya alone on the Airbnb, making her the sole Scream Queen until he comes back. It just felt too contrived for the sake of trying something different than the original. Much of the changes feel that way. Even having big city folks interrupting the simple life of local townies also feels just like an old trope. There was something really unnerving about the original film, and you cared about those characters. Madelaine Petsch and Froy Gutierrez make for a good couple, but their characters, Maya and Ryan, don't feel like smart characters. I couldn't help but yell at the screen when they were making dumb decisions. They basically break all the rules of a scary movie as laid out in the movie Scream. Now, masked strangers are always creepy and can provide a few good jump scares, but I couldn't feel the justification for making this chapter. And yet the filmmakers must have done something right, as I'm still interested in what's to come in Chapters 2 and 3. Now, if you watch my interviews with Madelaine Petsch and Froy Gutierrez and producer Courtney Solomon, you do get a hint of what's to come, and it does sound promising. But I'm giving The Strangers Chapter 1 1.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click on my YouTube channel. There you can find the interview that I just talked about with Madelaine Petsch, Froy Gutierrez. You know them from Riverdale and Teen Wolf, and producer Courtney Solomon. To hear them talk about what they plan to do with this trilogy, I think you might be interested in it. And follow me on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. Do you have a favorite scary movie? Are you a fan of The Strangers? Let me know in the comments. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of The Strangers Chapter 1. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.